What if I told you that a 17-year-old teenager built an app in his bedroom, and a few months later, a giant tech company offered him $30 million for it? Sounds unbelievable, right? But this isn't fiction. It's a real story. Welcome to True Story Echo, real stories of ordinary people who turned simple ideas into extraordinary success. If you love stories like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story told by reality. His name is Nick DeLoisio, a British high school student living a normal life with his family. He wasn't a genius. He didn't come from a wealthy background. He was just a curious teenager who loved technology and spent hours learning to code from free tutorials online. Nick started his journey at just 13. He taught himself programming by reading articles and watching videos. He tried, failed, learned again, and kept going. Over time, he began to understand how apps were built and how one simple line of code could change everything. At 15, he had an idea that seemed almost too simple. He noticed people reading news on their phones, but most articles were long and boring. Few had the time to read them all. So he thought, what if an app could summarize those long articles into short, easy-to-read paragraphs? That idea became his first app, Trim It. It used an algorithm he created to shorten long texts. The concept caught attention, and soon the app reached Apple's App Store. Tech journalists began to notice. Among those watching was billionaire investor Li Ka-shing. He saw passion and potential in this young man. He invested $300,000 to help Nick develop the idea further. Nick didn't waste the opportunity. He redesigned the app, improved the algorithm, and gave it a new name, Sumly. This time the app focused on news, delivering short summaries of top stories from across the web. Sumly exploded in popularity. Hundreds of thousands downloaded it around the world. Investors, entrepreneurs, and even celebrities began to take notice. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 2013, Yahoo, one of the biggest internet companies at the time, wanted to strengthen its mobile presence. They discovered Sumly, loved the concept, and reached out. After brief negotiations, they made an incredible deal. Yahoo acquired Sumly, its technology, and its team for nearly $30 million. At just 17, Nick DeLoisio became one of the youngest self-made millionaires in tech history. After the acquisition, Yahoo integrated Nick's technology into their new app, Yahoo News Digest. Nick himself joined Yahoo, still a teenager, working with executives decades older than him. So what made him different? First, he didn't invent the impossible. He simply solved a real problem. Articles were long, and people had no time. He created a simple, useful solution. Second, he started early, but more importantly, he started. He didn't wait for perfect conditions or a university degree. He used what he had: a computer, the internet, and determination. Third, success didn't happen overnight. Before that $30 million deal, he had already built a product, tested it, improved it, raised investment, built a small team, and gained real traction. Fourth, age is never an excuse. A teenager managed to raise millions, negotiate with a global company, and sign a life-changing deal, simply because he took his idea seriously. And maybe the most important lesson? Sometimes a simple idea flashes through your mind. You smile, ignore it, and move on. But the people who change their lives are the ones who stop, write that idea down, learn what they need, and take the first step. Maybe you're around the same age Nick was when he began. The question isn't, will you be the next millionaire? The real question is, will you let your ideas fade away, or will you take one of them seriously and start building your own story? Thank you for watching this story from True Story Echo. real stories. If this inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell us in the comments. What part of Nick D'Aloisio's journey inspired you the most? And what kind of story should we tell next time? See you soon in another True Story from True Story Echo.